welcome back to Galactic Reviews. It's Zach and Payson, and we're going to do the review for Peter Rabbit 2. This is the second movie for the Peter Rabbit franchise.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know
I,
if they're
I
gonna do
say
any
it's a
more,
franchise
but
because it was originally a book series, it had its own TV show. So this is the second movie to Peter Rabbit, the sequel. And in this movie, the female human has written a book for Peter Rabbit and Company. And so they travel to the big city where they're getting more investment and advertisement for the book. And while they're there, Peter disappears, goes on a wild adventure, comes back, brings his gang into this adventure, and everything falls apart. So, in the end, he has to go rescue his friends, unite his family once again, and really become a hero instead of the anti hero to himself, really.
he's
Yeah,
his own character foil. It's really
he
all it
is.
boils down to.
He is. But yeah. So what's your review on this?
After seeing the first movie, I didn't think Peter Rabbit needed a second movie. I thought it was good the way
Yeah.
it was already. Um,
I understand what
it
they were trying to go for, but
yeah, they were
unnecessary.
just trying to get more money. That's all they were trying to do. Get more
Well,
money
I
off a
understand. Yeah,
franchise
I
that
understood where like what their plot was trying to do, but it was still unnecessary.
the guy who did Peter Rabbit just sounds comically annoying, which I guess is kind of what
That
they're
was
going
kind of the
for.
point. Yeah.
I guess that's what they were going for, but he seems more annoying in this one than in the first one. And I'm just going based off of the way he sounds. Like as a character,
I mean, they
he is
made
his
that
own
joke in the
foil.
movie a few
He
times.
is the yeah, he is the hero and the villain in this movie. He is his own foil. The three sisters are often forgettable because they are almost exactly the same. One's just a little bit more energetic. One's thinks I think the other two are just almost identical. In fact, they make that joke constantly. I believe his name is
Benjamin.
Benjamin. He seems to be the more guy who thinks things through, always wants to make sure that there is a plan, doesn't want to just jump headlong into things. However, he's best friends with Peter Rabbit, so that doesn't really happen.
I
Uh,
mean, they're related.
Peter
He
just
doesn't have
more than
powers.
likely goes off the fly and tries to create plans. And to correct you in the synopsis, I
Unallowed.
believe the book was done by the female at the end of the first movie, and then they got the letter about the book in the second movie
Probably was. I don't
about
know.
the. But it's fine. It's the same thing. Nobody cares.
They bring
But
it up
yeah,
in this movie.
yeah, they do.
It's the main purpose. It revolves around the book.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rabbits go to space.
They make jokes at this movie all by itself, which you get, but they're not hilarious. Which children aren't going to get, but adults are going to get, and they're
Yeah,
not. And they weren't that funny to me. I just thought,
they
well,
were
they
there
went
were
that
some
far.
good
Let's go.
parts. There were some good parts, but all in all, this movie
Yeah, it
was
was. It's a movie
unnecessary.
that's not worth your time if you for you to go out of your way to watch it, but you're not gonna completely waste your time when going to watch it. It's still got General Hux in it, which is ironically the most fascinating part about this. I like his character a lot more.
Oh
I liked his character. I think that was the only character that was really fleshed out here
yeah.
because everybody else's character just went in a loop, whereas his went more in a fleshed out kind of line.
Yeah.
I think the guy's got great acting chops. Who did General Hux? I don't even remember the name of the guy that he played in this movie, so I'm just gonna keep on calling him General Hux. I really don't care. He did a fairly decent job in this. Only a few weird lines that were given, and I think that was just for like comedy's sake. Other than
Yeah.
that, not really anything else that I had a problem with it. So I'd give this I'd give this like as an adult watching this movie, I give this like a 5 out of 10. For a kid watching this movie, I give it a 6. It's not that much better, but you'll like it.
Yeah.
It's got,
I was
but
gonna give it around.
it'll keep a kid's attention. It's got animals in it that talk. I mean,
What else can you ask
essentially
for?
that's essentially all you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah. I was gonna give it a 6.5.
That's being a little
Mostly
bit
for
gracious, but
nostalgia.
whatever.
I mean,
Yeah,
mostly for nostalgia at that point. I think that's mostly what adults would be going to watch it for
yeah.
because they read the books or saw the TV show.
I actually first saw Peter Rabbit on an accident. Like I was just, it was just like I had the choice to watch one or two movies, and I was like, well, I've watched that one before, so let me go to watch the other one. And the other one was Peter Rabbit, and so
Well,
that's the only reason why I watched Peter Rabbit. So otherwise, I probably would have never watched the first one. The only reason
that's
why we
fine.
watched the second one was because it's one of the few
I
movies that
demanded
actually
it.
seemed interesting. Well, yeah, you demanded it.
I
Also,
dem
it's one of the few movies that actually seemed interesting to
Yeah.
actually do.
Not that movie's coming out lately. Um,
No, and all the
Good
movies that are
ones.
coming out are kind of
I
So I
said
mean,
good
hey,
ones. Not that many good ones. Not
not that
really any
many
good
good
ones.
ones. There's a lot of movies coming out. I think the best one that I've seen, or
They
that
have
we've,
high possibilities, but they just all fall short of
yeah, well,
expectations.
no, I wouldn't say that. I'd say, which one did we do that was Andrew's choice?
The last one he did?
No, no, no. Yeah, the last one we did with Jason Statham. That was awesome.
Oh, yes. Wrath of Man. That
Yeah,
one was good.
that's it. That one was great.
That one was good. It was a diamond in the rough that didn't get really any publicity that I saw of,
It did
or
not get
much
any
of any.
publicity, but it's one I
Um,
would highly recommend if it's still in theaters.
but back to rabbits.
Yeah.
We are getting
Uh,
in the spoiler territory, so watch out.
what
Unless
happened?
you
Oh
don't
yeah,
really.
you've done yours. I really don't care. What
I said, unless you don't really care, then keep watching.
if you're like me
Or
and
just
don't really
stop.
care? You just want to watch the content, just to watch us either crap on a movie or just talk about a movie. Feel free
Or
to keep
just
watching.
laugh at
It's
us.
We're laughing us hysterically at my crooked nose and Zach's crappy paint job on the back of his wall. Just
Hey, don't disrespect. Do you know how much effort went into this?
um a lot of finger paints, a lot of
We don't know that.
yeah. It's one of those movies that you don't really need to see. There's not really much to spoil. It's essentially just
You get
Peter Rabbit.
character development, and it's just mostly don't
It's mostly General
don't
Hux's character.
throw
It's not really.
away. Well, it's also for Peter. Don't
Yeah, but it's very
um
minimal
don't
compared to
just
General Hux.
throw away your family under the bus. Like, just
Yeah,
don't use them for your own benefits. Cherish them. I don't know what else to say for that.
I mean, even then, he really didn't do much harm to his family. The only thing he
No,
did was accidentally lead
he
him
just
into a
got
trap.
stabbed in
That's
the
all
back.
he. Yeah, and he
Exactly.
didn't and he didn't expect to see it coming. He was just so anxious to get something from his actual father that he got very little time to. I believe, according from the books, he got very little
According to
time
the
with his
books, he
actual
got very
father,
little time, and
and
he
with both of his
he
parents
finds out
actually.
that the dude never knew his father.
Yeah, at the end of the thing, it was like, oh,
I
what a
never knew
twist!
my father.
It's like,
I
oh,
read your
okay.
book, and I thought I could.
I mean, hey, way to sell that character off, but that would have been great for character development. It's just like,
It
nope,
would have
don't
been.
even know your father.
I
Screw
was
you.
really when he said it, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool.
I mean, I
But
thought it was
then
kind of cool
again,
for like 2 seconds, and I was like, that kind of just makes him an idiot.
yeah, I don't know.
You now got this guy on your bad blood side. I mean, like you're just creating more revenge, and you kind of knew where he was gonna go afterwards anyway. So I mean,
Yeah,
that
honestly, this movie was.
like either you should have offed him right there, or just made him join them regardless. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is at this point. But yeah, no, not much to talk about for this one. The new characters that are brought up are essentially regular thug level characters. I mean, you're not really supposed to sympathize with any of them. There's not really much to
Yeah,
sympathize with them. Just regular thug characters. Not
Joe
really much
Schmoes.
else.
It was kind of a disappointment for a Peter Rabbit movie. The first one was great.
It
The
felt like
second
a
one
child heist. That's really what it felt like, a
seemed
child
kind of
heist movie.
yeah, it seemed kind of forced.
Yeah, that's Peter Rabbit too. Join us next week when we do a review of the new Pixar movie Luca. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
Just make your dreams come true. Come true. Nothing is impossible. Make your dreams come true. Yes, you can. Yes, you